Hey everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda and I'm going to be your cooking guide. It is a little chilly outside, and since everybody has been getting these Blackstone griddles for indoors, I thought we'd go ahead and try a recipe. So today we're going to do pancakes from scratch, but I've got a message from Jake. So hi Jake, thanks for the suggestion. I never thought to do a peanut butter and jelly pancakes. So today that is what we are going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do some fresh berries with this. So whatever you have on hand, we've got strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw these in a pan. And then I'm going to do a 1/3 cup of sugar with these. And then we're going to go ahead and let these cook down while we're working on everything else. And I'm also just going to do a little bit of, that's coconut. Let's switch and do some almond. Actually, the nice thing about working inside is when I forget stuff, it's already at my fingertips. So a little vanilla and a little bit of almond, and then we're just going to let these cook down while we work on our pancakes. So let's go ahead. So the best thing about pancakes is if you have nothing at home, and as long as you have milk, eggs, and flour, you're pretty much golden. So let's go ahead and start with 2 cups of milk. And I did separate the eggs. So I've got 2 egg yolks in here. And this is how you actually get the fluffiness out of your pancakes, is you separate your eggs and then you go ahead and fluff those. So we've got our milk. We've got 1/3 cup of oil. We're going to do a wet and then a dry. So we got 1/3 oil. This is just a standard vegetable oil. And then this is where I'm going to go ahead and add our vanilla and our almond. And as I always say, if it needs vanilla, it definitely needs almond. I love the extra flavor and the smells that I get from cooking with that. So let's go ahead and give this a quick mix. And I do have our griddle started at 400 degrees. And let's go ahead and give our berries a quick mix. And those are starting to cook down, and when the juices release from this, it'll help with the berries. So, and I actually like my berries a little bit on the crunchier, or not crunchy, but on the full size. So, all right. So next, let's work on our dry ingredients. So we are going to do 2 cups of flour. And go ahead and just kind of scrape it off to the side. So we've got flour. And what kid does not like breakfast for dinner? So this is always a fan favorite in our house. So next we're going to do a 1/4 of salt. We have the salt? Yes, we do. Look at it, so much faster this way. And I don't know about you, but as much as I love cooking, I don't love cooking when it's super cold. So, all right, to get the fluff out of your pancakes, we're going to do 4 teaspoons of baking soda, which comes out of, actually just double checking. I always get these mixed up. So we're going to do baking powder first. So this is baking powder. This is actually what gives you the rise on it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're just going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, which is in the box. All right, so we're going to give that a quick mix. And then we're going to go ahead and mix it into our other ingredients. You want to go ahead and mix the flour before putting it in here. This way, you don't have to worry about the baking soda and baking powder getting clumped into one area. So we're just going to go ahead, mix this in here. So anyway, so peanut butter and jelly. This, I appreciate the suggestion, Jake, and I hope you realize you're bringing up some daycare drama from the 1970s where our daycare lady only would give us peanut butter and jelly every single day. And I love peanut butter. I love jelly. I do not like them mixed. And my husband makes fun of me all the time because of that. So the fact that I am actually doing a peanut butter and jelly pancake makes him laugh actually quite a bit. So, but it's not a sandwich, so I'm hoping I will like it. So this is the egg whites. This is the consistency that you want. So they are firm. And this is, we're just going to place this in here, but we're not going to use a mixer on this because if you over mix them, it defeats the purpose of having your eggs fluff. So we're just going to go ahead and fold these in. All right. Actually, I'm going to grab our mixer just to mix it in a little bit. Just basically folding these in. Again, you don't want to over mix it because it defeats the purpose. All right, so we got that mixed in. Let's take a second and clean up our little station here. So for the recipes that I really looked at for doing peanut butter and jelly, they actually put the peanut butter right in the pancakes, which then you don't get fluffy pancakes. And that's the best part about pancakes, is having them fluffy. So, all right, we've got our berries cooking here. I can actually smell that vanilla and that almond. Makes me very happy. All right, so the one thing with the griddles is you cannot use your fancy metal spatulas on these guys. You will wreck the coating, and nobody wants that. So let's go ahead. And when I'm cooking with this, I actually like to use butter, not spray. You can use the spray, but I actually really prefer doing the actual butter. I think it gives it a better taste. So let's go ahead and get this going. We're going to actually make some big pancakes here, so we're probably only going to do 2 right now. And then I've got a mom hack for you on how to, when you have small kids, how to get your pancakes done faster. So we're going to go ahead and drop some of these on here. So the trick, instead of doing actual peanut butter in your pancakes, I'm actually, Reese's peanut butter chips are actually how we're going to go. I'm going to give this just probably like 30 seconds to kind of start cooking, and then we're going to go ahead and throw these on after. So there we go. All right. And the best thing about these, especially when you've got these really nice, big, thick pancakes, I like to go ahead and close the top. That way they cook a little bit faster. You know, those little skinny, flat, sad pancakes, they don't need that much time. But these big guys, they need a little bit more time before we go ahead and flip them. So, and I already can see, since I closed this, they're already starting to bubble. So how you know when your pancakes are ready to be flipped is you want to make sure they're all nice and bubbly. That means they're cooked almost all the way through. We're going to flip it, and then they're going to be done. So let's go ahead and add our chocolate chips, because we want to give these guys a little bit of time to melt. So depending on your ratio of how much you like your peanut butter, and I actually like my peanut butter a lot, so we're going to go ahead and put a fair amount on here. All right. You could do this with chocolate chips too. There's actually a peanut butter and chocolate chip bag mix that you can get. All right, so for the peanut butter and jelly, I've got the Smucker's Squeeze. So I'm just going to go ahead and just drop some of that jelly in here. The squeeze bottles actually work really nice for this recipe, instead of trying to get it all in there. I'm super excited. I really appreciate Jake for giving me a suggestion. And if you guys have any other suggestions of something that you haven't thought of to do before, or want to learn something new, go ahead, put it in the comments, and I will be happy to get back to you on that. And I love getting new ideas. So, all right, our berries are starting to cook down, but this sauce is really thin. So I'm going to just do a little bit of cornstarch. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of cornstarch and water mixture. That's what helps give you a thicker sauce. So, all right. And always make sure you mix your cornstarch and water first. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and dump that in there, and this is gonna help thicken our berry sauce. Which, since you've got peanut butter and jelly in this, you probably don't need this, but I don't particularly care for syrup, so I actually like the berry sauce. So look how nice and big and fluffy these are. Woo! Love that sound. And you can see these guys are getting bigger and fatter and fluffier, and that is the difference between a mix and homemade. And it has everything to do with having the whipped eggs is basically the big secret. And a lot of times people put cream of tartar to fluff their eggs. Nope, don't do that. All you need for this, oh my God, I know it's really hard for you to see, but we've got all of this jelly cooking into the pancake. So I am super excited at this idea. So because these guys are thicker, let's get a plate so we can get to trying this. So the trick for busy moms with young kids, pizza cutters to cut your pancakes. That way you can just have all your pancakes, just whip through that, and it is super quick. I love the smell of the peanut butter with these. And these are looking great. So let's go ahead and give it a try. So, and I'm just going to throw a little bit of our berries on here. Even though we have strawberry stuff inside, I'm still pretty excited to have fresh berries. So, trick. Look how easy that is. So, again, Jake, thank you. I appreciate your suggestion. I've got peanut butter. I got jelly. Let's try it. You know what? This is getting me past my childhood trauma. Holy crap, this is actually super good. I wouldn't expect the peanut butter chips and the jelly to be such a good combo, but it actually really is. Thanks for everybody for joining in. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time.